at getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. It's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The Beavers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Finds his big tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. They'll run it. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Got his man on the right. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Rides the back on the option, the gift. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Ball. throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Beavers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the route.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quickly to the tight end. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Running it to the right. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Bring in the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Armour. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They want to run it left here. There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass. It's Armour. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Zings it complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. He's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Complete to the left. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Oregon, 35. Oregon State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
From the gun, running back gets to give. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Ball. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Quick strike complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Roy. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He'll blow it down. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll give it to the back. Runs for the tackle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Beavers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Ball. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Beavers send out the punt unit. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
The Ducks are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Armour. He rifles one deep down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
The give out of the gun. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Still running at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Running the red zone. It's one. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. He's loose. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you've got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. If you need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Give to the running back. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Running backs on either side of the quarterback.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the fourth quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it in.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. The Beavers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the ball comes to rest right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Gets away from one, finds room.
Man, so many guys in position, play after play to get this guy on the ground. But Palmer, he just refuses to go down and makes big plays.
And when you make plays like that, David, you're basically guaranteeing yourself more touches as this game goes on, because the play caller now knows no matter what, you're going to make dudes miss and make me look good.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outclass the Beavers. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.